Are you tired of battling foot pain and maybe even plantar fasciitis? Well, you're in luck. Today I have 4 game-changing stretches that can help alleviate your pain and help you feel better walking. Stick around. There are many different treatment options when you have plantar fasciitis. If you are looking for some stretches, check these 4 out. For the first one, we're going to be down on the floor. You're going to start on your knees. If this is uncomfortable to you, no problem. Just get a yoga mat or a towel to provide some cushioning. You're going to bring one foot out in front of you, about in a 90-degree angle, and then just lean forward while you keep pressing your heel down. That's key here. If you want to take your hands to the floor, that's fine. If you want to keep up here, but just leaning in so that way we are stretching that soleus, that Achilles tendon, even a little bit of your calf. Now, as I talked about in this video about the different types of stretching, how long you hold this will be up to you. In general, if you are doing this at the beginning of a workout, then make this more dynamic. Again, you can watch that video to learn more. If you're doing it just as part of a stretching regimen or as a cool down, you can take that and hold it longer. The second stretch, we will start standing up, and this is a deep squat stretch with a twist. So take your feet out. Typically with a squat, we'll have our feet facing forward, but for this one, I want you to take it out and squat it down as far as you can. Your heels may come up depending on how tight they are, but if you can keep them down, that's great. Again, we're trying to stretch that same area. Take your elbows in between your knees and just gently rock back and forth. This is also a great mobility movement. So if you have tight hips, I recommend this one as well. After a few of those rocks, take your hands down to the ground, face your toes forward, and come up. If you need to keep your legs slightly bent, that's okay too. Then come back down, keep pressing those heels down as much as you can. You may notice that when I am doing a little rotation, my heels come up. That's okay. But we are trying to stretch that area, so take the time to let those heels come down. Again, hands back down on the ground, straightening your legs, feet in front of you, and repeat that a few times. Next, we have a downward facing dog or a down dog like you may see in yoga. Come to your hands and knees. Your hands are right below your shoulders. Your knees are right below your hips. Curl your toes under and lift your hips up. Then, to get a little extra secret sauce, bend one knee and straighten the other as you press your heels down to the ground. Then do the other side. Again, the focus of this particular movement is to stretch that calf. You'll feel a deeper stretch the more you can press your heels down. The goal is to get your heels all the way down, and you'll notice mine are not there because it's something that I'm still working on. Our fourth movement is very simple, but do not discount it. I like to do this right before I get out of bed in the morning. That is simply roll those ankles. Roll your ankles one way, roll your ankles the other way. The reason we're doing this is because our feet don't often get to move in a lot of different directions. They're stuck in shoes all day. So if we can roll them out, that actually will help your connective tissue be more pliable and be more hydrated. Then squeeze your toes in like you're making a fist with your feet, and then open them up wide. I like to say this is jazz feet, just like we have our fists and our jazz hands. We're going to try and do that with our feet, spreading our toes open as much as possible. It just takes a few seconds, but if you can do it before you get out of bed, or even just when your feet have been constricted, this can be a big game changer. If you'd like to learn more, you can listen to the full podcast episode I did on plantar fasciitis with causes, symptoms, treatment, prevention, and my personal playbook of how I have been able to avoid it for the last 10 years. That video will come up next. Okay, that's all for today. Go out there and have a great day.